Hello students, today we will discuss about cell molding. The topic covers in manufacturing process for semester. First of all, introduction of cell molding. Cell molding, also known as cell mold casting, it is expandable mold casting process that use a resin covered sand to form the mold. As compared to sand casting, this process has better dimensional accuracy, a higher productivity rate, and lower labor requirement in this process. It is used to small to medium parts that require high precision. Cell mold casting is a metal casting process similar to sand casting in that molten metal is poured into an expandable mold. A reusable pattern allows for higher production rates while the disposable molds enable complex geometries to be cast. Cell mold casting requires the use of a metal pattern, oven, sand-resin mixture, dump box, and molten metal. Cell mold casting allows the use of both ferrous and non-ferrous metals, most commonly using cast iron, carbon steel, alloy steel, stainless steel, aluminum alloys, and copper alloys. Typical parts are small to medium in size and require high accuracy, such as gear housings, cylinder heads, connecting rods, and lever arms that all type parts cast by cell mold casting. Cell mold casting is a precise or precision manufacturing of the product by this casting. Basic process of cell molding. Cell molding involves the following process. First one, pattern creation. A two pieces metal pattern is created in the shape of the desired part, typically from iron or steel. And the second one, mold creation. First, each pattern half is heated to 175 to 370 degrees centigrade and coated with a lubricant to facilitate removal. Next, the heated pattern is clamped to a drum box which contain a mixture of sand and resin binder. In a step third, mold assembly. The two cell levels are joined together and securely clamped to form the complete cell mold. If any cords are required, they are inserted prior to closing the mold. The cell mold is then placed in a glass and supported by a backing material. Next step is pouring. The mold is securely clamped together while the molten metal is poured from a ladle into the gating system and fill the mold cavity. And the next one, cooling. After the mold has been filled, the molten metal is allowed to cool and solidify in the shape of the final casting. Casting removal. After the molten metal has cooled or solidified, the mold can be broken and the casting removed from the mold. Trimming and cleaning process are required to remove any excess material from the feed system and any sand from the mold. These are all steps for sand mold casting. You can see here is a drawing in the slide for sand mold casting. We can see in the step first, sand and have a dump box and hot pattern and handles here. In a step second, reverse of the dump box, and a step third, again reverse of the box, and in a step 4, remove the hot pattern, outside and then solidify it is cell ejector pin, and then finally we will insert cells in a flask as per this figure. That is a animated object in this slide of the cell mold casting. Utilities required for the process. We want to complete this process. So the metal pattern required: oven, sand resin mixture, dump box, molten metals, and the applications of the cell mold castings as the crankshafts, model, tubing fabrications, automotive components, hydraulic control housing, etc. And the many parts are manufactured by the cell mold casting. They are required higher accuracy. Some advantages and disadvantages of the cell mount casting is here. One of the greatest advantages of this process is that it can be completely automated for mass production. The high productivity, low labor cost, good surface finishes, and the precision of the process can more than pay for itself. It reduces machining cost. On the one disadvantage is that the gating system must be part of the pattern because the entire mold is formed from the pattern, which can be expensive. That is disadvantage. Another is the resin for the sand is expensive. However, not much is required because only a cell is being formed. So that is few expensive casting process. Thank you.